boom, coming in hot Chinch.
Whoa. Oh, wait, I'm doing a cheers. Casey, everybody at home, if you don't watch our show and just listen to it, he might sound a little bit different. He's cruising down a highway right now. I see a lot of trees. It looks like a Jersey Turnpike type of thing.
A lot of trees.
There's people.
Trees, bro.
Oh, look at this. What is that?
Looks like an old steel mill. No, it's something granite. I think they're making granite over there or something.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a fun drive. Hey, Sarah's in the house, everybody. Wait.
Sarah's in the house.
He's just getting cheers.
Jersey girl driving.
Yeah.
Definitely been like, she's rolling up people like, when you're in the passenger seat, you're like, wait a minute, like, this doesn't seem right. The people are breaking in front of us.
Yeah.
But Sarah hasn't broke yet. And she just rolls up. And I'm like, and then I start pointing and she looks at me, she's like, I got it. I'm like, what does it look like you got it?
Well, because I agree. I'm with Sarah. Like, Jersey and New York drivers, you got to. It's a battle. It's a battle. It's a fight to the death every day. And I used to have to drive from Long Island through Manhattan into stupid New Jersey, no offense, every day. And especially, today's Friday and it's June.
Right.
This might be the worst time you ever decided to cheap out and not take a plane home. Sean Casey's worth millions of dollars, and he's sitting passenger seat, and it looks like a Tahoe or some sort of a Subaru Outback or something. What are we driving in?
It's Audi Q8, baby, turbo.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, is that your actual car, or is that a loan?
No, that's my car. Because we're driving back to Pittsburgh right now.
Okay, I used to love.
I'm crushing beef jerky.
I know.
And water.
That's good. You got the sodium and aqua filled together.
Yeah, dude, I just look at the beef jerky is just.
That's great,
dude. When you stop at those pit stops now, like the rest areas, you got like the options are Roy Rogers, which I'd rather not eat that ever in my life.
It's not real meat.
Like Starbucks, which I can't stand. And then what else do they have? They had like, oh, dude, no, this is unbelievable. There was talking about shortage of workers. There was one worker working at the 7-Eleven in this place. So I'm like, I really don't want to eat here. I don't want to eat at any of these places. But I'm like, the only thing I think I could have that's decent is beef jerky. There was 20 people deep, bro. 20 people. I'm like, excuse me, sir, excuse me. Finally get there, check out. Takes 20 minutes. Just absolute bedlam. So I got 4 bags of beef jerky. This stuff right here is stuck in my teeth.
Mingwa beef jerky.
It's not probably the best for. Bro, it's in this tooth right here. Are there some teeth? Are there some teeth you have that have gaps in it? There's one tooth that has a gap. I'm like, dude, I usually carry those. Oh,
I like those picks.
I'm pulling out meat like all day long.
Oh my God! I hated flossing always because we are going in such a bad direction right now. But let's just keep going. I like it.
Just keep it real, dude.
You just keep passing time in a car. But real quick, my uncle is a dentist, like a phenomenal dentist. I never used to like flossing. It was like an extra thing to do. I was lazy. But then my teeth bleed, whatever. My last time I got the cleaning, my uncle was like, I took out like a 5-course meal between your teeth. He goes, you better start flossing right now. And the cleanings kill me, man. They get right in the gums. Anyway,
dude,
let's start progressing.
I've been in a dentist 3 years, bro. I just don't. I hate the dentist. My mom's like, Shawnee, you need to go to the dentist every 6 months. She goes every 3 months.
Oh, you just blacked out. Where are you?
Wait, hang on a second. Let me get rid of this.
Oh, you're getting voicemails.
Oh, no. I sent it to voicemail. Boom. That's because I'm getting calls.
There you are. Yeah, you're a deal maker, bro. What'd you do? You were on the road. Okay, so Sarah's with you. Is there anybody else in the car? I see somebody very bored in the backseat of that car right now, to be honest.
Yeah. Jillian and Carly are in the back. Jillian's been locked into YouTube. I think Carly's listening to some tunes.
Yeah.
We just rolling down the highway. We do a girls trip every year, bring the girls up to New York. Right. So we had a great time. And
last year you went rollerblading. Last year you went rollerblading and stuff, I think I remember. Was that the trip?
I didn't go. No,
that was Brooklyn.
Rollerblading last year, bro.
Well, it was Brooklyn. You were in Brooklyn on rollerblades. You were definitely freaking rollerblading. I can pull up the video.
Did we go rollerblading last year in Brooklyn?
We went roller skating.
Oh, hey! Listen to your producer. Listen to your producer.
Oh, that's right. We did.
You're like, no, dick. You're like, no. Yes. All right. So where did you go this year? Ice cream.
Oh, so dude, we have to. Okay. Michael Jackson Experience on Broadway.
Cool.
If you're a Michael Jackson fan, you got to go see it. It's all about his music and all that stuff. So that's good. And then we went to the ice cream museum, which was a killer for me because it's free ice cream when you're in there. And next to I feel good.
Wait, hold on. You broke up. You broke up.
Absolute.
Wait, repeat that. I just broke up. Everybody be patient at home. This guy's going after it. Go ahead.
All right, how about now? Ice cream museum. It was good. Crushed too many ice cream cones in there, though, so I didn't feel good after that. And then we went to ice cream. I went to the Friends Experience, which was really cool.
With the pop-ups.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny to see your kids. Like my daughter Carly loves Friends, so it's funny to think back when it was coming out for us. I was in college. So we watched all the Friends episodes. It was fun. Like see,
Thursday nights you sit around, drink some beers, and watch
Thursday
Friends.
Nights, it was great. It was great. So they have Thursday night. They have the Friends Experience. They have all the outfits. They have the couch, everything, all the stuff. The apartment set up. So that was cool.
That's cool.
And then we went with Sarah's friend Bree. We went to the Soho Club, which was
that's cool.
Soho House.
No. I've been there. Thanks for the invite. I guess my invitation got lost. My invitation got lost in the mail today.
I sent you a text. I must have sent the wrong number.
Yeah, exactly. Just like when you didn't go roller skating last year. Oh, you're frozen again, man. Look at this guy. I can't wait to take pictures of this.
Am I? How about now?
No, you're good now. It doesn't matter.
Can you hear me though?
I hear you great. The bill of your cap looks hysterical.
Well, just edit it.
Edit it? No, I think I'm going to keep all this in. I think everybody wants to see this. Everybody's been on a Zoom call or some bullshit driving an hour back from somewhere where you don't want to be on a phone, but Sean's going for it right now. And this is very good.
Have you ever seen? Remember the Zoom call where the guy was like the CEO and he turned himself into like a potato or something?
No, he turned himself into a cat, cat or a potato during like an indictment hearing. Oh, you're getting phone calls.
They're like another phone call. What the heck? They're like, hey Joe, you turned yourself into a bear. He's like, oh shit, how do I turn myself back?
That's great. That's why everybody be patient with us. We're doing this show. We didn't have to do it today. We're doing it. Sean's in a car. Everybody's miserable in the back. They look like they didn't want. They wanted to fly, and Sean wouldn't book a flight, and so everybody's in the car.
They're locked in, man. They're locked in.
All right.
What else was I gonna say?
All right.
We went to Lake Hapakong. Lake Hapakong.
You really pack in a whole trip, man.
We packed in so much stuff this week. It's ridiculous. We went to Ashley. We went to Sarah's sister's Ashley's house. Nice. We hung out with her mom, Kat, little Gunner, and we had a great time on the boat. Dominated. It was a great week, bro. And now we're heading back. Now we're heading back to Pittsburgh. We're gonna drop off the girls and then head back to Johnstown tonight. My son's playing for the Johnstown Mill Rats in the Prospect League, so we're gonna go watch him play tonight.
Dude, have you ever been to Johnstown?
Yeah.
You have? Do you know Jess's best friend lives there? You know who else lives there?
Oh, really?
You know who else lives in Johnstown?
Who?
Greg Amsinger's entire family moved there like 4 or 5 years ago.
What? I didn't know that.
Yes. His whole family lives there, and that's like one thing we had so much in common. It's a very nice town. It's like being in like the Midwest. I'll put it that way. We went out to dinner at like the Italian restaurant in Johnstown. Don't get Chinch started on the Italian restaurants in Johnstown. But we went in there and literally it was packed. It was a Friday night. This was a couple of years ago. No joke. And Gilly, great name. Jess's best friend's name is Gilly. We walk in there and when I tell you every single person in the entire restaurant knew each other. There were 150 people, and I was like, "Oh, Gilly, congratulations! I heard you're having a baby. Oh, hey, Tina, I heard you got a promotion to senior advisor at your school." Everybody knows each other in that town. It's pretty impressive. I come from big cities.
And all the right moves was filmed there too.
Was it really? That was Johnstown.
Tom Cruise.
Yes, when he knocked over the guy's garbage cans.
My buddy. Oh yeah.
Terrible. That's a great movie.
My buddy one of my best friends is from Johnstown. My buddy Mark. You know Mark.
No way. I didn't know anybody else was from Johnstown. I've spent a lot of time there.
Yeah, it's a great town. Good, hardworking people. We're going there tonight to the game. So,
and you're not far from Albany. Albany's a fun town, underrated town.
Yeah,
Albany's got like a little Pittsburgh in it. I think. Like you go there and you're like, wow, this is fancy. This is cool. Look at the concerts here. It's great. All right. So the other thing that's going on this weekend,
my dad was born in Albany. Just saying.
There we go. Here's our transition. This is why we're getting good at the show. I was just about to say. Oh, dude, your freeze frames are amazing right now. You're frozen right now. You look like a cartoon.
Freezing?
Yeah, hold on. Let's see. There you go.
Am I still frozen?
Yeah, no, you're not frozen anymore. And I'm not editing this, just so everybody knows. It's more fun this way. This will maybe get some of you people to actually watch the videos on YouTube instead of just half-assing it and listening to our links. Anyway, so it is Father's Day weekend. Let me be one of the first to wish you a happy Father's Day, Sean. What are our plans for the weekend?
Thank you, brother. Well, I'm gonna have the kids. I'm going up to see Jake tonight. I'm gonna have the kids. How about this? How about this thing? My son Andrew's skydiving today. He called me last night. He's like, Dad, I'm going skydiving tomorrow. I was like, what?
And you're
he's
cool
20, so he's been wanting to do it.
Oh, my
Well, dude, he's 20 years old. He's been 20 years old. He's been wanting to do it for years. So I said, it's a tandem dive, obviously. But anyway,
sure.
He's doing that. We're going to Johnstown tonight. Sunday morning, I'm just going to get together with the kids, have a nice lunch with them, and just hang out with them. Man.
Now, did the boys come back for that, or they're grinding? They're playing ball, right?
Jake's got a game in Johnstown. Yeah. Andrew's home, but Jake's got a game in Johnstown.
Okay.
So he'll be home. Jake comes home that night. So, man, I'm looking forward to just hanging out with the kids, maybe grilling out a little bit, some burgers, hot dogs, real nice. What are you doing? What are you doing with your dad?
My dad's coming and Jess's dad's coming. I've been out all day. I have this horrible semi-sunburned tan going right now. I've been cleaning out the pool. We clean our own pool. I don't care what anybody says. I know.
So, dude, I used to have I had a pool in Florida. I need a pool guy all day, every day. That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare right there.
Oh, see, the
chemicals, trying to get the chlorine right. Like, let's stop.
It's different these days.
Get a pool guy.
The engines are different in those things. It's all automated. You can actually do it online now, and it's not a snobby thing. Yes, we have a pool. I'm in debt up to my eyeballs with it, so nobody take offense to that. It's not like I'm a billionaire with this yard.
Chinch, would you do it again? Would you do it again? The pool, is it worth it?
Oh my God, it's the greatest thing. Well, we got the pool this summer before. We put it in 18, 19 we had a full year, and then 20 we get it all ready, and COVID hit. So yes, it is the greatest investment of my life. I worked literally sitting in the pool on my computer or my phone for 2 years. No offense. COVID was pretty good sometimes. So
I was at your house pre-pool.
You're at my house pre-pool. Yeah, when it looked like a football field in the backyard. It's like long and thin. But we grinded it up. And like I said, everybody, I don't got Casey money where I can actually choose to drive instead of choose to flying. But it was worth it. I would tell everybody to get that and get a dog. And that way, next time COVID hits, you can hang out.
Just because you have money doesn't mean you need to spend it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? Take every day as a blessing, Sean. You tell me all the time.
I do.
You can't take the money with you. Kevin Millar used to say that all the time. You cannot take this with you, so just spend it all.
Dude, speaking about one of my dad's great advice.
Oh, yeah, let's go. Father's Day.
Shawnee, you never seen a Brinks truck fall on a hearse. You never seen the money truck fall on a hearse. You're right, Dad.
That's a good point. That's a great dad line. My dad's greatest line is, you ever see a jogger smiling? No. So don't jog. It's bad for your knees. That's what my dad said. You ever notice, like on a day like today, 95 degrees, where you can start seeing the steam come off the road? You guys probably see the steam right now. And there's some like 72-year-old guy with like weights in his hands running, and you're like, about 6 blocks from now, that guy's going to have a freaking Widowmaker. It's going to be over.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so let's keep talking Father's Day. It's all about the dads this weekend. You're a dad, but you and your dad, you've already told like a million epic stories about Father's Day.
I want to stay with my dad, like looking back, like just like some of the great things with my dad. Like I think I go back to the story where like I wasn't good enough at 14, 15 when I wanted to go talk to the coach, and he was like, no, you need to work harder. You need to put the work in. Like that right there for me, like learning to work hard, learning to like show up every day. Like when he was starting his own company in high school, like the guy worked his butt off, all day long, all night long. I feel like he never sleeps. So grateful for him, like kind of passing on to me. Like, now you actually have to do something about it. You actually have to go. If you want to be a baseball player, you want to play college baseball. I was just looking for college ball at that time. He's like, you actually, really, if you want to play high school baseball, because I wasn't even playing at the time when I told him, he's like, you got to start hitting every day. You got to find a teacher that can help you with your swing. And then you got to put the work in. You got to put the time in. Yep. You got to make marginal gains every day. You got to, it doesn't just happen. I heard something the other day by a guy like this. I like this guy named Ed Milet. He talked about compound pounding, like the piñata. When you come to a party of 5, 6-year-old kids and they hit the piñata, Joey hits it, nothing happens. Then Billy hits it, nothing happens. And then Jimmy hits it, nothing happens. Then all of a sudden, they crush this piñata. Then little Sammy comes up. He's the smallest guy at the party. He taps the piñata and bam, the thing opens up, blows up, right? Like it's like, yeah. That's how it kind of is, like compound pounding. Like you got to keep showing up every day. Yeah. You got to keep showing up and doing the work. And I know for me, I look back at my career and I'm like, boy, had I not had that conversation with my dad, like you're not glaringly better than the other kids. You actually have to put the work in. Like I'm very grateful for that. Very thankful. Yeah. And I think one thing that's very humbling about looking back at our lives is, you never get to where you are on the backs of yourself. You didn't do it yourself. Even if you think you did, you didn't. So I don't care what you say. Like. So you gotta look back and say there's a lot of people along the way that helped us out, and I'm sure my dad's dad helped him out in a lot of different ways with a lot of different lessons. So
absolutely,
just very grateful for that. And then one other story off that, Chinch, I just remember my first big league hit. In Cleveland, I was with Cleveland. We were in Chicago, got my first hit. I remember my dad and mom jumping up in the stands. I looked up and I was like, man, so glad. I was like, they can never take this away from me. Like a dream come true. You know what I mean? Like I got one hit, and then I remember fast forward to 2004, I got my 1,000th hit in San Francisco. Bases loaded. I blooped on the left. It was my 4th hit of the game. And I remember calling my dad after the game. I started to cry and I just said, Dad, I can't believe that, only a few years ago you were talking about putting the work in if you want to play college ball. Then I got that first hit in the big leagues, and then here we are 1,000 hits later in the big leagues. So crazy.
So great. Just I got two things kind of on the same front about my dad I'll bring up. One,
please.
I remember it was always – no, my dad was – he was a doctor. He was like poor kid from Queens, worked his way up, worked in Gramercy Park for most of his career. And Gramercy Park, New York City, you got to go through the Midtown Tunnel to get back to Long Island. Any day of the week, it takes an hour, 2 hours. Growing up on Long Island, if you want to play on an elite team, you're playing in Brooklyn, you're playing in Bronx, you're playing in Queens, and most of Long Island teams, they were way out, like towards where you grew up, like an extra hour on a LIE or wherever. And I'll never forget, ever, anytime. It'd be like a Wednesday night game, dude. Wednesday, my mom would drive me and my buddy Tim, and who knows your buddy, and another guy, and we would go. We were playing 4 games a week at like 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You remember back then in the summertime?
Oh, yeah.
And I remember it'd be like 5th inning of a game, and I'd be going up, and I'd just hear my dad go, "Come on, Richie," and I would look back, and my father would be in there sweating his ass off in a full suit, straight from work when he left the house at 7 o'clock in the morning, drove an extra hour to get to like Plain Edge High School to see like my last at bat or two. And that's what dads do, number one. And number, it's not cheap, man. Playing sports ain't cheap. The bats, the gloves, think about it. When you got to high school and you got really good at baseball, it's like, oh, man, when I was an outfielder, you need the trapeze glove. Remember that? Or I can't play first without that Wilson. They told me I need to get the Wilson. Your dad's like, okay. And then your dad goes, to Modell's. There was no online back then. And he sees that the glove is $245. They pay, and they bought it. They bought you that glove. They bought us all those gloves, no matter what they did. That's part one of my story about my dad. The second story, I brag a lot. So only bragging point I have, I played baseball at Columbia University, and I was a pretty high-end recruit, but I still needed to go through some motions. To get into Ivy League schools, you need to slot yourselves. You need to have at least a certain amount of of academic standards to even get considered, because most kids trying to get into those schools without scholarships or anything, you're looking at like 1,500 SATs, 1,600 SATs, whatever. And so I had to take the SAT 2s to get into Columbia. And I took 3 of them. I took Spanish, which I knew fluently, which is a scam. I took English, which I was good at.
What the hell are the SAT? What are
they don't even do that anymore. Now they don't even care. Now you just have to be like, I don't know. You have to be a millennial. You have to be a millennial and be proud of yourself, and you can get into an Ivy League school. No offense, kids. That's a fact. But back then it was grit. And so I needed to take a 3rd SAT 2 class. And I go, stop getting phone calls. I go to my dad. I'm like, I don't know what to do. He goes, we're going to do history. I'm going to read the book. I'm going to study it. And every couple nights, I'm going to teach you the history. It's basically like, there's English and math at the SATs. Yeah. 800. SAT 2s were extra. So there were different parts. So I had to take 3 of them. I had to average like a 550 on the 3 of them, which is not really easy back then. My dad sat there, studied a history book for like 2 weeks, and then every night, like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, we would sit down and he taught me the history and thing. My highest grade on the SAT 2s was my history grade, and the fact that I got the average above that average is the reason I got into Columbia University, was because my dad worked harder than me to get into Columbia than I did, and that's just what dads do, man.
Thank God Mr. Chinch locked in and was like, all right, I'm going to teach you all about history real quick. I'm going to teach myself first.
Yeah. He taught it all. He had it. Anyway, so that's good stuff right there. Anyway, we haven't talked one thing about baseball yet. May as well talk a little baseball. What are you into right now? Let's start Yankees, man. I hate to say it, but come on.
Dude, they're just a giant buzzsaw. You come in to play the Yankees right now, you're in serious trouble. Mm-hmm. Rizzo with the walk-off bomb last night. Judge is playing like an MVP right now.
Dude, have you watched? Have you broken down Cortez?
Yeah, Nestor Cortez is so nasty. Doesn't have like overpowering stuff like everyone does nowadays, but it's more like
finesse. What, are you almost getting into an accident? What's going on over there? She's freak out. Sarah, what are you doing?
She's driving like Mario Andretti.
She literally was like,
Bro, literally, I'm doing this call. I'm doing this call with one eye on the road, one eye
just
on the call.
so scared. You look so scared.
You just like
you stopped mid-sentence. Nestor Cortez, you froze up.
You understand this, Chinch? Like in New York and New Jersey, people know how to merge. They know also to stay out of the left lane if they're not passing. It's like
she's saying Jersey drivers and New York drivers are better than other people, which I think is ridiculous. Oh, hang on, Chinch. Look, I'm going in the tunnel right now. I don't know if I might lose you in this tunnel.
Oh, this is amazing here.
See? Can you see it?
Yes. Where are we right now? What exit are we here?
Allegheny Mountain Tunnel. Boom, we're in it.
Oh, there he goes. We might have to do a pause. You're still going.
Am I lost? Yeah.
No, this is good. This is crazy. Don't point it the other way. I don't want anybody to get any idea. Stay on yourself. I don't want anybody to get the blueprints to the freaking tunnels. I don't trust anybody around these days. Oh, now this is scary. Now you're dark. You look like you're at a club.
If we stay together in this tunnel, this will be unbelievable.
That will really be like the most high-end thing that's ever happened in technology.
Yeah, it's happening.
All right, so we'll keep talking. We got Nestor Cortez.
Oh, yeah, Nestor Cortez.
How about Rizzo? They were not going to sign Rizzo, and they waited, and they signed Rizzo. And he's a leader. He's a World Series champ. Why were they not going to? Dude,
Rizzo is the reason. I think Rizzo is the reason they're dominating, because he changes the culture in the clubhouse. Dude, he's such a great dude. Not only does he rake big home runs, but he's just one of those guys, like, he keeps it loose. He has fun. Like, even though you're with the Yankees, he's already won it with the Cubs. He's already been there, done that. Those guys in that clubhouse haven't won it.
No, none of them have. That's a great point.
My man, I also love New York. Last year, I remember going to a game. They were like 51-50, and they were chanting for Boone's head.
Yeah.
Now Boone's all of a sudden the best manager in baseball. It's ridiculous.
That's a great point. Wait, so right at the beginning of this season, didn't you text him like, "Hey, you all right, bro?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm good." Have you texted him since? Like, "Hey, everything's good, right?"
No, it wasn't at the beginning of the year. It was last year in the middle of the year. I was like, bro.
"Oh yeah."
Just one checking on you, make sure you're good. You good? He's like, hanging in there, bro. Hanging in there.
Jesus. Yeah, and now he's freaking like Newt Rockney of baseball. Good job, media.
Like, hey.
Good job, media. That's why I got out of that stupid media BS. So I can just talk honestly. I love it. What else we got? Philly's still going. God, I love that they're doing well, but I feel bad for Joe Girardi. I don't think it was his fault. I don't.
I feel bad for Joe too. It wasn't his fault, but it definitely did spark them.
Yes.
Maybe they just needed, to look in the mirror and say, man, we got to take some accountability here. And I think also when you look at that lineup, Reese Hoskins is getting hot. Harper's obviously playing like an MVP. But Kyle Schwarber, go look at his numbers, man.
Yes.
Remember last year when he hit 16 homers in 18 days? The only two players that ever do that were Bonds and Sosa back in the day. Bro, he's getting hot again, really hot. And he just is crushing fastballs, sliders, curveballs, anything you throw to him, he's killing right now.
Yeah. And, it's always been there. He literally came off an operating table and almost single-handedly carried the Cubs through the World Series that year. We don't forget. The guy's a stud. He rips.
He can rake.
Yeah.
He can rake, dude.
And he's
Big
got that
power,
old
too.
school look, like that, like Matt Stairs, Steve Balboni, like those old Dan Pasqua kind of built, like stud.
He's jacked. Dude, he's jacked. He's jacked.
I love it. All right, so we got that. And by the way, props to Bryce Harper. Every year, it's like, oh, Bryce Harper's not as good as they said that he was. BS.
No,
I'm
he
calling.
is.
He is one of the greatest of our generation. He is balls to the wall in every single game. Love him or hate him, I don't care. He plays as hard as anybody, and he's one of the best players I've ever seen on a baseball field.
Dude, since he's come into the league, even though I'm a former player, I love, you love certain guys, and I've gotten to know Bryce over the years. I love that he loves the game. I love that he's a student of the game. He knows the history of the game, And the one thing that I love, for me, when I turn on the Phillies, or I look for Bryce Harper at bats. I look for the highlights. When I go through the MLB.com app, I go to the Phillies, boom, I hit right on Harper. I look to see if he did anything. Does he have a couple hits? Boom. Did he have a home run, a double? What did he do? Like, he's just one of those guys for me that makes the game exciting for kids to watch. He plays the game right, plays it hard. Like I said, there's certain guys that I would take my kids to see play, and Bryce is one of them.
Yeah, I totally agree. Great point all around. And man, I'll tell you that NL East, dude, when there's something wacky about when the Mets and Phillies are both doing well. There's a little,
somebody change that sign.
Dude, you got out. You got out of the tunnel.
Trump to rump.
Wait, what? They crossed out.
Somebody changed the sign from Trump to rump.
That's hysterical. But wait, no politics, just a ball player's perspective.
No politics.
That was just an observation. That's pretty funny, though. Wait, what else we got?
God.
There was one other team we were going to talk about.
The Braves. No, we're talking about the Braves.
Oh, yeah, the Braves.
The Braves. They've run like 20 in a row. It's ridiculous. I think they're like 13 or 14 in a row.
Yeah.
The time, but dude, they're getting hot. They're playing well. The pitching's doing well. That's the thing about the East. You thought the Mets, they were like, oh, the Mets are playing so well. Next, you know, the Braves are making them. They did it last year too. Remember, they were sitting around 500, and they Anthopoulos went and made all those trades at the deadline, and they took over. I mean, this team's good, man. They're really, really good. It's going to be interesting. That's going to be a great race. The East and Scherzer and DeGrom hopefully soon.
Wait, say that again. You just broke up.
So we'll see what happens.
Wait, what'd you say?
Scherzer and DeGrom. Hopefully Scherzer and DeGrom come back in the next few weeks here, because that would elevate the Mets to another level, because they really haven't had those guys. They've had DeGrom all year. They only had Scherzer for a little bit.
No, absolutely, and they've been banged up here and there. How about Pete Alonso, by the way, real quick? Guy hits bombs, dude.
Wow, he's having a great year, dude. Dude hits bombs, a clutch hitter, line to line. The guy's a good hitter too. He's not just a home run hitter. He's a good hitter. Like, when you watch the games, he gets big. Puts tough bats together. I love Pete Alonso, man. Yeah. I love that team. Something about the Mets, Buck Showalter. I'm enjoying watching them.
Yeah, me too. Good stuff. All right. I had something else planned, but I'm gonna save it for next Friday. Okay. I have unbelievable trivia questions about you personally that are deep, very deep. Really? Yeah, they're interesting ones. How about I give you one as a tease, and then we'll do this segment next week, okay? How's that sound?
Okay.
All right,
perfect.
hold on. I saved these pictures of these because I was like, wow, that's a very interesting point. Oh, okay. Here, this is the one. So next week we'll do this, and I'll give you a bunch like this. Okay. By inning, what was Sean Casey's best batting average? What inning did you have the best? I'm telling you, dude, I got a million of these, but we've had a long talk. Right now.
Go. Where'd you find all this stuff? All right, hang on. Let me think. My best inning was the fourth.
Fourth inning. I will put that in the top few. So in the fourth inning of games, this is crazy stats, man. I love this stuff. Fourth inning of games, you averaged 305. You had 14 homers and 96 runs and 75 RBIs over the course of your career. Your highest batting average in an inning, and I thought this was interesting, in the sixth inning, you hit 343. You had the fourth most amount of home runs than you normally did. What I think about that is sixth inning. That's third time through the order, which they say nowadays.
Yeah.
So that was kind of interesting. Most home runs. What is the most home runs you hit in an inning? This is all one stat. This is all one stat.
I'm gonna have to say the seventh.
No, which was interesting to me. It was the first inning. You had 19 home runs.
I almost said the first.
Now that goes back. Last week we were talking to somebody, or no, it's going to be when we talk this week to Gonzo. When maybe occasionally you jumped a first pitch in the first inning, every once in a while. 19 homers.
Every once in a while, but I didn't jump the first pitch in my first at bat much, but I did hit well with that first at bat.
Yeah,
give it away.
Most doubles in an inning.
When I got the most doubles first inning,
most hits, most doubles, most homers, most ribbies, second most walks, but your batting average was 279. So you were hitting for power more in the first inning.
Interesting.
Most stolen bases. Which inning did you have the most stolen? This is all one category.
Most stolen bases. Probably when the reliever came in, the seventh.
Seventh and eighth. Seventh inning you had 3. Eighth inning you had 4. First inning you had 3, but I'm guessing that was like 2 outs, maybe 2 strikes on a batter.
Double steal.
No, but like a good running count for somebody like you. What else? That's enough for that. Most strikeouts also in the first inning.
Wow.
Of a game. Let me see what else we got.
You know what? That's probably because I took the first pitch a lot.
There you go. There's the other thing. Okay. This is the last one of this one. Were you better from innings 1 through 3, innings 4 through 6, or innings 7 through 9 in your head? He's eating jerky now.
I think this is delicious. I think 7 through 9.
Okay. You're wrong.
4 through 6.
7 through 9, I'll just give you in 437 hits, 285 batting average, 38 homers, 196 RBIs. Innings 1 through 3 and 4 through 6 were extremely similar. Extremely. 532 hits in innings 1 through 3, 537 in innings 4 through 6, 46 homers in innings 1 through 3, 44 homers in innings 4 through 6, 304 batting average 1 through 3, 315 batting average 4 through 6. Isn't that crazy?
Consistent, bro.
Every one of your stats. Oh, wait till we get next week. I'll bring it up, dude. Your home away splits.
Really.
There's a lot of there. I went deep into Baseball Reference. I think I still have Matt Baker's account into to those extra stats that I probably stole from him 4 years ago. And I was like, wow, there are very interesting things. Your home away splits are very interesting, not in a bad way, all in a good, consistent. Almost all of your stats are somewhere between 285 and 315, and your power numbers are very similar in every breakdown of every statistic, everything. And like lefties, righties isn't that different either. But we'll get into that next week.
No. Yeah, that's cool. I can't wait to see that, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I got nothing else to do. I talk to you all the time. I couldn't talk to you.
I want my kids to watch the show. They think I'm a total bum. They start watching it. If they start watching this segment, it'll be big time.
Well, they're watching this.
Dude, there was a guy today first off, I always say, usually I get recognized once every other day, probably. Uh-huh. So we were in New York, and I just got some waters. I was coming back to the hotel, and some guy jumps out of the cigar bar. He's like, "Hey, the mayor, what's going on?" So I go in the cigar bar. He's like, "Dude, you want a cigar?" I was like, "Oh, not right now," but he gave me a nice cigar. So thank you for that, whoever that was. And then this other guy in the elevator.
Wait, hold on. Repeat that.
Hey, Cincinnati's cool.
Wait, start that second story again. In the elevator, okay.
And then another guy in an elevator in the residence inn was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, my son, who's 34 now, used to be above the dugout when you were, in Cincinnati. He used to say that he was from this one school. Could he get a ball?" And I said, "Oh, please tell me I threw him a ball." He's like, "Oh yeah, we have like 12 to 20 balls."
He did it every week. Yeah.
You threw them.
That's so funny.
Oh nice, God, so great.
Yeah. All right. Well, we battled through this one. I'm going to let you go. You're starting to get into those woods that you live in right now. You're getting into country.
Look at this construction. That's where we're at.
Where are you? Are you on the Jersey Turnpike right now?
No. We're an hour and 15 outside of Pittsburgh.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So you're really in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we are in the middle of nowhere. And I have one of the biggest pieces of beef jerky stuck in my tooth.
I know, you look like Terry Francona right now. Anyway, all right, hey, listen. All right, first of all, real quick, if you have not listened to Jeff Morrow, you need to do it before you start grilling on Sunday, because the tips this guy gives, forget about it. You cannot go to your grill on Sunday for Father's Day if you have not watched or listened to the Jeff Morrow show. Correct? Dude,
I had a bunch of buddies text me. They're like, "Dude, I'm so much better off now listening to that podcast. Just for my grilling skills, would be so much better to listen to Jeff Morrow." Me too. And I had no idea that you butter the buns all the way to the edge. Now I know.
Oh, and his hot dog steaming technique was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. I'm going to do all those things. I'm going to do all those things. It's going to be like a how-to video. It's a how-to video.
Yeah, and by the way, he was really funny. He was
the best. Dude, he was the best. He was so funny.
He was just making fun of both. He was making fun of both of us for like the entire show. So it was well worth it. It was so great.
It was so.
And then now next week, full disclosure, we recorded this a day or two ago. I was texting Casey that we got Lugo, but we didn't have Lugo. It's Gonzo. I don't know why I kept saying Lugo.
Yeah. I'm like, not Lugo, Gonzo. No, but Luis Gonzalez. You kidding me? Talk about what great numbers. Dude, he had 596 doubles, almost 400 homers. He was an unbelievable player, dude. Gonzo's numbers are unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
When he talks about that at bat with Mariano Rivera, when he got the hit to win the World Series in 01, what an unbelievable story.
And the other thing, talk about a really great guy, and everybody's always said this guy's the greatest guy of all time. He was in a hotel, and it was getting loud in the lobby, so he spent the entire show just walking around the streets of Philadelphia. I'm not kidding. Zona was in Philly a few days ago, and he just walked around, and at the very end, there's a big surprise. He actually pointed his phone to a bunch of people that you got to see. I'm not going to talk too much about it. You got to watch it. Tuesday coming up.
Yes.
What else? Yeah, and that's why you got to watch, folks. There's a lot of visuals in this thing. I'm getting in shape now. I look like freaking Tom Cruise and all the right moves myself. So grow my hair back. Remember you saw that? Ever since I got rid of
your hair looks like it's growing back. What's going on? Are you crushing some Viagra or something?
Viagra. That's a different type of growth, bro. Oh no, you got kids in the car. I hope they can't hear you. All right, let's sit down. Yeah. And you froze. Jesus Christ. There you go. And he's fucking going to black.
Oh, no, it just told me 10% battery.
Yeah, good. It's time for you to go. You're going into the woods. You're going to get jumped by Sasquatch. Happy Father's Day to you. I hope the girls...
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yes.
And if you haven't, download us, subscribe to us, do everything you can. Tell your friends about us, because the more you guys do that, the more Chinch and I keep doing this.
Yeah, we're working hard for you. This guy's in a car when he could have been on a flight right now. Maybe that's why the rich guy didn't get the plane, because he could do the mayor's office. We're doing this on a Friday. It's the most beautiful day of the damn year, and where I'm in my basement, Sean's in a car. It's got to be 250 degrees outside in that car right now. And we're doing this for you people, so please join us. Please join us and spread the word.
I love it, dude.
All right, buddy.
All right, Chinch, you love next week.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you next week. Dude, that was like one of our best ones. Oh, you froze on me. It was great. Sarah jumping in. It was great.
I love you. I'll call you.
All right, talk to you later.
I know. Sarah joining in was great.
She looks like Terminator 2 right now. She's got the glass. When you turned to her and she was pissed off about something.
Like Terminator 2. Dude, she is Terminator 2. She's on a mission. She's on a mission to get home. Oh,
all right, bro. All right, good luck. Safe trip. Love you, buddy.
Okay, bro. Yep. See you. Bye.